All right, so it's been about a month or so. Just been kind of busy. Gonna get in and start tearing this thing down and see what we got. Get the space ready. Got a lot of motors and stuff ready to go. So it's mostly just getting into this old wreck and seeing what we have to get at. There's a lot to do. Get it up on blocks or some cribbing is probably how I usually do it in here. If you're on your own, you can just build cribs real easy. Put your car up foot, 18 inches, whatever you need to be able to work on it. So we're going to get in today and sort of start tearing in and cleaning things up and seeing where we stand, what our starting point is. Kind of know it. It's basically just obviously like an empty shell. So I'm going to get a motor in there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with a 327 in it. But that's still in the air as well. So you're along with me for the ride. We'll see what we get. So getting into the trunk. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. There's like one half of a lens that looks new. It looks really clean. All the paint's still on, like not horrific. Good for somebody. I think that these come in panels, so and a couple good taillights, and it looks like not terrible gaskets on them, and it looks like it would have been a Z28 or a Z28, but we're gonna call it a Z28. Yeah, Zed. That's both of us, Canada, America, holding hands through our closed border. Z28. But when we go back to this tub, I'm not finding like the rust in all the spots that I would normally find it, such as these little swimming pools that like to collect all manner of debris. It's solid, like solid. And I know that's not the original color because when I ran the numbers on this car, it is a blue Berlinetta with blue Z28 interior. So yeah, so I don't really care what I do to this fucking thing. But as we can see, the stop it from bouncings aren't really stopping it from bouncing. And I think that U-bolt is for weight transfer. Keeps it loose. They do that on bridges for earthquakes. Loosen a few bolts, right? Makes it safer. I don't think it's doing that here. Not to mention, it's just kind of willy-nilly, not really in the hole. Add your jokes in the comments. The trunk does appear to be missing, and a cat was hoarding its tuna here. It was a good, bachelor-sized condo for a kitty cat in Vancouver. Only $569,000. One bedroom, if you really count the hole in the floor and the floor as a bedroom. So, yeah, we got a little bit of work. Yeah. We'll just leave that there for now because that's not really. Yeah, that's coming out. Not sure if this is an NGR spec legal, but I might just flat sheet this and then just throw a smaller fuel cell in here because this appears to be of hot tub proportions, and we can't really use hot tub proportions in here. At first glance, after giving it like a rough vacuum, it's really clean. Doesn't really look it, but none of that is solid rust. It's all just sort of surface. I guess this thing was coated with something rubberized. It's not Port 15, trademark, license and blah, 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 blah. It, yeah, I think it may have saved its life. I'm going to get over to the driver's side here in a minute and get a little further into it. But the passenger side, the tow boards and everything are remarkably solid, where I thought they weren't. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing so far. Those are a win-win. Not today, Satan. Looks to be maybe an old Nova or a Corvette Rally with these things. It's got the caps and a few lug nuts. You know, it's duck, duck, lug nut. That's the game. Duck, duck, lug nut. So, yeah, we're missing a few. This one doesn't look to be threaded on so well. Shit. Yeah, that one's not either. Yeah, that definitely won't pass tech, for sure. I don't necessarily think these are the right lugum nuts either. But, you know, with my ogre hands, I will make them finger tight, and they'll be great. They look to be, well, they don't look to be. They are a 205. Skinny little guys. Skinny, skinny, skinny little guy. Where if I had my druthers in my cheap wallet, I would probably just keep those on because they're skinny. And they probably don't weigh a ton. So, yeah. So we're going to look in here a little further. And indeed, those appear to be solid body mounts. And good clean frame. Everything's good here. Everything. Yep. I am by myself today, so I will be yanking off the hood in a Herculean feat of strength just to prove the hot rod dad bod kind of ethos of my channel. Yeah, stay tuned and you can watch me like slip a disc or pull myself out of commission for a few days, weeks, make some sounds, laugh it off like it was nothing, and then like 2 months later you get another video and I'm in a neck brace. That's good too, right? Entertainment value. And if you're not good for entertainment, what are you good for? Oh, that's the worst shot ever. Oh, look. Yeah. 3-inch. Just kind of hanging out over there. Craigslist. $100. It's got some mufflers with, we'll leave that out. I'm going to cut that. I'm definitely just going to cut that and use it for another video. So just strike it from the record like you never saw it. Oh, you never saw it. You never saw it. Checking the oil. Don't judge me. All right. Yeah, it was a grunt because, all this power. At first glance, after giving it like a rough vacuum, it's really clean. It doesn't really look it, but none of that is solid rust. It's all just sort of surface. I guess this thing was coated with something rubberized. It's not Pour 15, trademark, licensing, blah, 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 blah. It, yeah, I think it may have saved its life. I'm going to get over to the driver's side here in a minute and get a little further into it. But the passenger side, the toe boards and everything are remarkably solid, where I thought they weren't. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing so far. Behind the seat, yeah, we want to, let's get big and strong, say my prayers, eat my vitamins. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I've got the 327, I got 355. I've got a 60 over 350. Lots of cams, a 5.3. I know a lot of you are saying, why West with like an old school small block? Why not, right? My goal is to remember what I was going to say. Tradesies. I picked up some stuff last night for really cheap, and it's going to work well for the car. So as far there's a few things I'm missing for the car. I need a ring gear. I need a drive shaft. I'm going to need some spring pads and U-bolts and things like that, apparently, because, the rear end's just kind of sitting in there for rolling, which is fine. I was either going to pull the rear end out anyways, so it's, it's halfway done for me, which is great. So I'm going to go over it and check the pinion seal and check the axles to see what we got. There's a lot of stuff kicking around that we can just build off of, and that's what we're going to do, is we're just going to build. We're going to build off of it and have fun. That's the goal. Fun, fun, fun. Tickets, tickets, tickets. Points, points, points.